Thank you for coming back to the Kwame Badu channel. As I always say, it's here to help you become the best version of yourself. What I'm going to talk about today, a business related topic, is how to start a business with roughly about £500. £500. Cheaper than a holiday to Corfu or Spain or wherever. Yeah, not a lot of money, very easy. I was actually having this conversation with a gentleman who works in the building of our office, and it was like, what are you doing in the room now? I said, I'm just recording a video on how to start a business with £500. And he said, be honest with me, bruv, is that really true? Is it real? Can you actually do it with £500? And I said to him, absolutely. And we spent about 10 minutes talking about it. But I just love this. I could talk about it all day long. But I'm here to share with you, because obviously you're not in my building, you're not in my office. So, but you are online. That's the good thing about today's business. We can reach everybody using the network, which is part of the reason why you can start a business with very little capital. So the example that I'm going to use today is one that I actually did myself. Like I always say, I don't come in here to talk about things that I've read or heard or someone's explained. I talk about actual things I've done. If I talk about property, cars, family, divorce, marriage, kids, business, money, finance, cash flow, you name it, I've done it. All right. So, £500. What business do you think you could start with £500? And I'm not just talking about starting a business. I'm talking about being able to scale up. I'm talking about starting something very small with very little money and adding maybe 3 more knots onto the end of that. So from 500, you now can make 500,000 within, let's keep it real. Let's say 5 years. In your first year, you won't make money. You'll make money, but it won't be profit. That money will just be going back into your business to help it grow. In your second year, you will start getting on the positive side of your cash flow. Yeah, and if you watch my other videos about cash flow and whatnot, I explain a little bit more about that. But you start getting on the positive side. By the third, fourth, and fifth year, now you're actually making a profit. Now you're not working in the business, you should be working on the business. You should have staff, you should have people working for you. But we'll talk about that in another video. This is more about starting, commencing, getting the ball rolling with £500, okay? So the example that I'm gonna talk about, which is what I did, is a sector which is called, let's actually get a fresh paper. I'm using all the flip chart paper today. I actually love this sector because for me, it's very difficult, recruitment. Why? Because what I love about it is one thing. I think the best business person to be is a middleman or woman. Let's keep it PC. But you have someone over there, you have someone over there, and you have you in the middle. And your whole purpose is to connect these two. And in that connection, you take a commission, you take a payment, you take a certain percentage, a fee for helping the two connect. And all there is this problem here is Mr. Problem. And this person over here is Mr. Solution. Or if you like, Mr. Problem and Mrs. Solution. Yeah? I didn't go with the Mrs. one first because, I don't want to upset the female audience and make it that I'm saying that you guys are an issue. You're not. All us men love you and you're great. But let's focus. Let's get back on track here. Okay. So, middleman or middlewoman. Person over on the left, problem. Person over on the right, solution. You put them together. And when you put them together, you now have a business. Simple. Now, recruitment is simply that. On the left, the problem is the employer who needs staff. On the right is the solution. It's the staff member with all the skills necessary to make this business tick over, make the moolah, serve the customers. You are the one, you are the plug. So you go to the problem, the employer, and you say, hey, I understand that you have an issue. Yes, I'm looking for 5 administrators. I need them to start next week, Monday. Would you be willing to pay money? If I could find you those 5 administrators, would you pay me a fee to do it? Yeah, listen, I'm so desperate, I will. But, you know, how much do you charge? I'll tell you what, I'll charge you a fee that makes me happy, helps my business run, and I can get a little profit, but more importantly, will solve your issue. And in a few months or in a year's time, the fee that you've spent in helping me find you that solution, you won't even feel it, because you'll actually make more money. The solution I'm gonna provide you is not gonna make what you're giving to me a cost. It's simply gonna be an investment, yeah? Key thing to say to a customer when you're trying to extract money from them. Don't tell them it's a cost or a fee, tell them it's an investment. Because we all know an investment is something where you spend money to put in to obtain something which later on rewards you lucratively. I invest £5 into buying a lottery ticket and I might get £10,000 back. If I say to you, give me £5 and I'll give you £10,000 back, you'll give me 10 quid to get 20,000 back. You know, you won't feel it. What's a fiver when you're thinking about the win, which is 10K? It's £5 seem like nothing, okay? So that essentially is recruitment. And that's why I chose that sector. More importantly though, I was passionate about it. My passion isn't about work and employment. My passion is about helping people become better, yeah? If you're going to start a business, make sure, I don't care how cheap it is, how easy or, you know, it's the wave right now, make sure you have passion for it, because if you don't have passion, trust me, it's dead in the water. You need passion, you need consistency, and you need to be smart with hard work. Those are like the blueprints for making a business work, okay? So, recruitment. How do I provide a recruitment company with just £500? Working as a middleman, providing a solution to organizations with problems. Let's go through it real quick. As a recruiter, I needed a few things. Number one, I needed this. Can you see that? A laptop, yeah? To store my customers in. That's for my customer, my logistics, can't spell, logistics, my infrastructure for my business, documents, evidence of job starts, you name it. And a place for me to do searches for not only companies, but for vacancies as well. I then needed one of these. And it did look like this when I started in business, yeah? A mobile phone. So I have a laptop, I've got internet coming to it, I've got a mobile phone. Then I need data for the mobile, and I need data for my laptop. I also needed one of these.